विहागड़ा महला पंजवा। अति प्रीतम मन मोहना कट सोहना कट सोहना अति प्रीतम मन मोहना काटे सोहना काटे सोहना प्राण धारा राम प्राण धारा राम प्राण धारा राम
So it's getting harder for me to stand up every time I come on to this. Thanks so much, Amrit Kaur. All right, so do you want me to talk about this? How much time have we got? Yeah, all right. No, let me not talk about that. If you want to talk to me about how the classical argument fits into everything else, see me afterwards. All right. So instead of talking about that, I'm going to just give an example of the ways in which the boundaries. So the religious boundaries, as I was saying, the musicians act as interpreters, and their interpretive practice allows them to perform at different sites. In a sense, it allows them to cross those religious boundaries. And my argument, actually I will go through it because it makes sense. And my argument really in the book is that the classicization of music, where this thing classical emerges, kind of takes place at the same time as these religious boundaries emerge. And so the idea of classical music becomes one of the ways in which you say something is religious. And I think Mikhail was talking about this earlier on for those of you at the conference, that once you start sort of classifying different things in different ways, it allows you then to carry on with that process. But why music appeals to me, or why it appealed to me in the research we were doing, is that musicians' biographies, and a lot of these musicians who have actually now died or dying, their biographies counter this kind of process of classicization and classification, if you like. And my kind of favourite musician in this context is this guy here, Tufel Niazi. And why I really like Tufel Niazi is that his biography, his life story, if you like, demonstrates all of these points in one narrative. Yeah? It makes all of these points about classicization and about religious boundaries. And so Tufel Niazi is indeterminate when his date of birth is, but it's the early part of the 20th century. And he's a Bagavji, so he plays this kettle drum, which is now somewhere outside and maybe arriving at any point now. And so, is he here? No, he hasn't come. He hasn't come. Sorry, they just said that. So he's a Bagavji, which I hopefully will be able to show you before the end of the evening. So it's a big drum, basically. And he spent his childhood singing kirtan in a gurdwara at Shatasa, which is quite near Amritsar. Then, at the age of, I think, 11 or 12, he has a fight with his mamaji or someone like that. It's always a mamaji who has fights with. But he has a fight with someone. He then joins, which is kind of my favourite part of this biography, he joins a Gaushala group. And a Gaushala group is a group that was sponsored by the Arya Samaj to go around singing protection of the cow songs. So, he joins a group that is doing this. He then leaves that and goes into theatre. And actually, if you ever watch his videos, you can see how much Notanki or theatre is in his performance practice. Partition happens, he moves to Pakistan, and in the immediate few years, he starts selling milk, because actually he's got no work at all. So the Gaushala kind of came in a bit helpful for him. In Pakistan, he's hailed as the national folk singer. He's seen as the greatest folk singer of Pakistan. He's given a TV program. He does a lot of work at the Lok Virsa Museum, where he's employed sometimes. And then in 1982, 1983, he gets the opportunity to go to India. And in India, he's awarded the Best Classical Singer award. And so this distinction between a classical singer and a folk singer boils down to which nation state you happen to find yourself in. So the classification regimes of the post-colonial states, as I say, they accelerate the processes that are going on in the colonial period. So if you're in Pakistan now, you can only play Qawwali, even if that has nothing to do with your heritage, right? So Sher Ali, Mer Ali, who are very well-known Qawwals, their father was a Khyal singer in the court, I can't remember which court, I think Nabba, the court of Nabba. So everybody has to sing Qawwali. And if you're in India and you're one of these musicians, because some of these musicians stay behind, Kuldeep Manik, those of you who've heard of him, is a very well-known folk singer. He's from a Rababi family. He was born Muhammad Siddiq, I think, or Muhammad Khan he was born, and then he changed his name to Kuldeep Manik to stay within the folk tradition. And so quite a lot of these musicians change their name. Quite a lot of them become folk singers. So Desraj is another Sarangi player who was a Muslim before partition, and then at partition changed. Well, they just switch to whatever is required in that particular nation state. And so the fluidity of boundaries in someone like Tufel Niazi or in someone like these musicians, with Tufel Niazi in particular, you see that in his music also. So as part of the book, and Rajveer, there's tremendous help here, we do some musical analysis in the book, and we show that in a sort of 17, 18 minute clip of one of his very famous songs by Shah Hussain, which is it? There? Ranja Jogra Banaya. Yeah, Ranja Jogra Banaya. He uses all of these classifications musically in an 18-minute clip. I mean, you can't actually. He's got the. So in a way, he spanned all of those regimes of classification, just as he was able to span all of those religious boundaries also. So obviously, I'm not going to go into the alternative textual sources because Rajveer and Alba have to get a train. So I'm very conscious to wanting to let them come on. In fact, I will let you come on because this works, doesn't it? So if you guys want to come and set yourselves up, and I'll just talk through this. So just as the particular religious traditions have their texts, so when we think of Muslims, we think of the Quran, we think of Sikhs, we think of the Ad Granth, we think of Hindus, we think of the Gita. Just as there are these texts, so this, what Farina Mir has called this alternative piety, also has its text, also it has its popular cultural traditions. And these alternative textual sources, the most kind of important of which is Hi Ranja, which was written by Varis Shah, but also Mirza Sahiba, Saiful Muluk. These texts, and this is a great segue, these texts have been rendered into flute and guitar by Rajveer. And today, actually, we were going to try and launch his album, or their album, of flute and guitar, which has been inspired by these texts and some of the other things that we've been talking about. But I'm going to let him sort of... Yes, you can nick my mic, so you can nick my mic, and I can let you... Yeah, that was a segue and a half. Should I just check the sound one more time?
Yeah, you can check the sound.
We
One,
didn't
two.
change, I don't think we
One,
changed it.
two. 1, 2.
We haven't changed it. No, we have changed it. That's fine now.
Junior साहब ने
हाँ साहब ने
junior
You just check Albert's sound.
I've just put out, yeah, I put it up now back to where it was.
Alright.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to
Shall
put
we
it
start?
up? It was reverbing, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Go on, boy.
Do you want yours up a bit?
No, I'm fine. That's okay.
Alright, I'll write it. I'll stay up a bit.
Good evening, everybody. Nice to see all your beautiful faces here. Thanks for taking time to come out and hear us play today. And me and my friend Alba here, we're going to play for you a set of 6 songs. We're going to try to play a set of 6 songs. And these songs are based on the mystic poetry of the subcontinent, spanning 700 years. So the first song we're going to start with is Saif al-Muluk from the late 19th century by Mir Muhammad Baksh, going through to the late 12th century. Do you hear me? 1, 2.
Okay, 1 minute. Well, actually, when he starts singing, when he starts playing, the volume's gonna get higher. So,
Right, yeah.
I don't mess with it. Don't.
Yeah, spanning through 700 years, and the last poem is Man Kunta Mola, Faza Ali Mola by Hazrat Amir Khusro. So we hope you enjoy it.
Oops. Can you hear it at the back? Okay.
Can everyone hear all right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next piece we're going to play for you is Alif Allah. Okay, the next one is a piece that I composed based on poetry by Bulle Shah, Tere Ishq Nachaya, which is one of my favorite poems. really running through these pieces here.
The train is waiting for you as well, remember that?
The next piece is Var Varu, which is inspired by Babaji, Baba Ghulam Muhammad Jan. And yeah, me and Abu enjoy playing this piece a lot, and it's a dedication to him. Okay.